Hey guys, this is the free time trick I taught on Thursday. It's called Full Circle. So I'm going to do a performance and a tutorial, so I'll just get into it. So I'm just going to find some clubs and some hearts and just lay them out. We got 2 clubs. Got heart. Oh, and I also need the aces. And I'll use the king of hearts there. Okay. So now I have random clubs and random hearts that I took out of the deck. Have all the aces, and then I have a king of hearts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my spectator Nicole just shuffle up these decks and then put them face down.
Okay.
And then actually leave the king out of this one.
Right.
Yeah. So just shuffle the aces so I don't have the one. Okay, so I left the king out because this is going to be our key card right here. So point at a pile and tell me which pile to stick it on top of. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
And which pile should I stick it on top?
This one.
And then should I stick it on the top, or should this go on top of that?
Let's keep the king on top.
Okay. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it in 5 different piles, just really mix it up. Okay, so pick any piles and just stick on top of each other.
This one on that one.
And then which piles?
And all of them in a row.
On this on top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So now I really just want to mix up all the cards. Just cut it. I'm gonna and then pick one of the piles to stick on top of the other.
That one on that one.
Okay. I can do that again. Okay, which pile do you want on top?
Let's go with this one on that one.
Okay. So we can just cut it in half again, a couple times. Really just mix it up. Change where the cards are on the deck. Okay. So I'm going to find the king and just stick it to the bottom. So now it's the bottom one. Okay. I'm going to put it back into the how it started. Just put random cards everywhere. Okay. And just by waving my hands together. Oops. All the hearts come back together. All the clubs come back together. And all the aces are back with the king.
What?
So that is the full circle trick. And now I'll get into the tutorial. So basically, I'm not going to do it again, but you can just shuffle the deck, choose any random suit. Make sure you have 5 of one suit. So I chose hearts and clubs. Make sure you have any random of those. I don't like to use face cards in them because I already have a face card as a key card. Then you're going to want to take out your aces and then like some kind of face card as your key card. Then what you're going to have your spectator do, you're going to have them shuffle these up so you don't know the order of them. Even though the order doesn't really matter, they probably won't come out that same way at the end. And then they're going to have face down like this. They're going to do the same thing for each of the piles. And then for this last pile, they're not going to shuffle your face card. So just the aces, really just change the order that they're in. And then you're going to be like, this is our key card, we're going to stick this on top. It doesn't matter which pile they put on which, but you're going to ask them to stick the piles on top. So let's say they ask you to stick it like that. It doesn't really matter. This next part, then you're going to be like, okay, we're going to split into 5 piles. And you're going to start from either the left or the right, but make sure you go all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 piles. And just go on top of each one. And so this gets 3 in each, and what this does is it creates a pattern for each of them. So this pattern is hearts, clubs, ace. So if you go to this pile, it's hearts, clubs, ace. I know that without even having to look at it. So then you're gonna ask them to put it on each of the piles. You're not gonna want to look at the piles because then it's gonna give it away. But it doesn't matter which pile they stick it on. You can stick it on random piles if you want, but just to make it more random. So this creates a pattern inside the deck of hearts, clubs, ace, hearts, clubs, ace. You're not going to show them that, of course. And then whatever you do next, you can just cut anywhere you like. The pattern will stay the same. If you cut like in half, only cut in half. Don't cut like this and then cut another time because that will mess up the pattern. So just cut in half. You'll keep the pattern going. You can also go back and forth. It doesn't matter which pile at the end. It doesn't matter which pile goes on top. The pattern will stay the same. And then there's one more thing you can do. This is a little harder thing, so you don't have to do it. I didn't do this performance, but you just take a couple cards, and then go to the bottom, make it look like you're shuffling. But really, it does the exact same thing as cutting the deck in half. So what you're going to do for that, you're going to slide a couple cards, take it, then go from the bottom, slide a couple cards. It keeps that order. And then go back from the top to the bottom, so it just keeps that same order. Then you can put the rest of the cards on top. So once you do that, you're going to go through the deck like this, and you're going to find your face-up card. So mine happens to already be on the bottom, but let's say like you cut it here, and it was like this, where your face-up card is in the middle. What you're going to do, you're going to go through, you're going to find your face-up card. You're going to take the top of the deck and that face card. So it's going to go like this. You're going to take that face card with you and then stick all of that underneath. So now your face card should be on the bottom. What you're going to want to do next, either start on the left or right, but do the top 2 piles and then go to the back. So like this. So just like in a triangle, in a full circle. You should end with your king back on the bottom, or whatever face card you're using. And you're going to be like, with the wave of my hand, all the suits have gone back to their original piles. All the clubs going to their pile. All the hearts going to their pile. And then all the aces with the king. So that is the trick. If you like this and want to perform it tomorrow, please practice today. So thank you for watching.